Okay, so right now I am on the ferry. I've been on the coach since about 9 o'clock this morning and headed to London to Victoria, and from Victoria I took a second bus to Dover, and I'm now in Dover just on the ferry and on the way to France, so on the way to Paris, ready for a conference to talk about my world first solo row around Great Britain, which I'll be doing next year. So quite exciting because I'm going to be rowing past Dover. Obviously it's quite late, so you can't quite see the cliffs, but I can just about see them. So all very exciting. I'm just getting used to using Periscope, so good chance to practice, especially being at sea. Just turn you around again, and then I'll probably sign off very shortly, and I'll try and Periscope again once I get to the Eiffel Tower. Just see in the background the white cliffs of Dover. There you go. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, I think, now. It's been a very long day. It's about 1 AM. I am vlogging live from the middle of the English Channel on a ship, and I'm on my way to France. Time to get some breakfast, I think. Just got some breakfast. It's about 1:30 in the morning, and I think the ferry takes about an hour and a half to get there. So I've got a small breakfast, quite expensive on here, but it's going to be a while until I eat again. Got some toast, some Nutella, and some tea, which I'm going to put into I picked up a spare cup of hot water so I can put it in my Stanley mug, and then that'll last me because it's quite pricey. So that should keep me going, and then I'm going to try and do some work, so it should be good. I have to say, I'm starting to get pretty tired now. I've been on the go since 9 o'clock this morning, and it's now about 2 AM, 2:30, and I've just been travelling the whole time, so I think I might drink my tea and then have a nap. Wherever I travel, I always travel with my Stanley mug, and that's for a very good reason. It's a really, really good mug, and I really like it because you can have top on, which is good for not spilling it, but it's also really good if you just want to keep your tea hot and drink it slowly, like that. And I quite often leave the tea bag in if it's not one of my Yorkshire tea bags. I really love my Stanley mug. Highly recommend it. Whatever you're doing, if you're travelling around, get a Stanley mug. I'm just entertaining myself trying on perfumes, just because I know I smell like loads of different perfumes. But I always manage to find the really nasty ones, and then I stink. The thing I hate most about being on ferries is it's so warm inside, and the outdoor space is usually quite limited. There's only one little space out here. It's so nice to be back outside, and it's actually really cool for me. Obviously planning to row around Britain, but I can see quite a few ships around. Kind of brings it home to life, what it's going to be like for me at sea, being out in the dark, and only seeing the light every so often, not really seeing anything else. Just see the sea down there. People swim this channel, and the little lights out there, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see them on the camera, but those are ships. So when I'm rowing around, that's all I'm going to see, and that's going to be one of the most dangerous things for me, is not getting hit by them. There's also a surprising number of birds around, which you probably wouldn't think about when you think about the sea. I think they're trying to catch the moths. You come up to the light. Here's a big ship coming up now. I think we're almost there actually. Just see some land coming up. It's actually pretty warm out as well, which is a bit surprising. I thought it'd be quite windy and cold, but it's actually quite nice. Probably time for me to nip to the toilet and then head back downstairs onto the coach. to Paris, here at the train station apparently, and now I need to try and get to the airport to meet my friend who's arriving, I think at Terminal 2, but I'm not entirely sure. So apparently there's a train that goes, so I'm going to go see if I can find it.